When it came to the great Neil Winters, I show up. Whatever it takes. Everything you and I do together is magic. Since the minute we met.
You put that weapon down, you can still walk out of here.
On what?
Well, welcome aboard. Now, if you don't know what's about to go down, then you've been seriously deprived all your life.
I'll catch you later.
Oh, hey, yeah.
And let me know if you're ready for some power yoga, huh?
You bet.
Come on, Tommy boy.
Why are you being so mean, woman?
Why are you being so nice, man?
You know, there are still a few of us nice guys around.
My partner in crime, Shemar's mother, she's gone. This is not a game. This is my whole life, everything I've ever known. I've been quiet because I've been crying a lot. We had plans. We were almost there.
Remember when America fell in love with a smile so magnetic it could stop traffic? When one man's charm made him a household name and earned him the title of sexiest man alive? Not once, but consistently throughout the 90s and beyond.
You know what my mama said? My mama said I only made one baby, but I sure made a pretty baby.
Shemar Moore has been breaking hearts for over 3 decades. But behind that devastating smile and those sculpted abs lies a story most people don't know. 2 secrets are about to surface that will change everything you thought you knew about him. The first, a father who spent 4 years in San Quentin, and the real reason his mother fled America when Shemar was just a baby.
I defend my mom. He wasn't good to my mom. You know, we touched on it earlier that we lived overseas. And
the second, why the self-proclaimed playboy who dated some of Hollywood's most beautiful women, including Halle Berry, never walked down the aisle, and the shocking 2025 scam involving women who believed they were dating him.
I've dated, I've played around. I'm not gonna lie, I did the playboy thing. And the good thing about being the playboy thing is not that I was being disrespectful, because I'm not about that. My mother raised me right.
April 20th, 1970, Oakland, California. Shemar Franklin Moore was born into an interracial relationship during one of America's most turbulent decades. His mother, Marilyn Wilson, was an Irish and French-Canadian math teacher. His father, Sherrod Moore, was African-American. But this wasn't just love. This was survival.
I'm half black, half white, and the white side of me, my mother is from Boston. So that's the white side of me. The black side of me is Birmingham, Alabama.
When Shemar was only 6 months old, his mother packed up everything and moved them to Denmark. Not for adventure, for safety. Because 1970s America was genuinely dangerous for mixed-race families. For 3 years in Denmark, then Bahrain when he turned 4. In 1977, they returned to Chico, California, then Palo Alto. Shemar graduated from Gunn High School in 1988, but baseball was his first love.
My first dream was to be a professional baseball player. My uncle played semi-pro for the Boston Red Sox. He put me on my first Little League team.
His uncle, Stephen Wilson, played semi-pro for the Boston Red Sox. Shemar threw 95 miles per hour at Santa Clara University on an athletic scholarship. Then came the injury that shattered everything. When baseball died, he moved to Los Angeles with dreams nobody believed in, not even his family. In 1994, CBS cast him as Malcolm Winters on The Young and the Restless.
Mary. You wouldn't be calling about that letter I wrote Neil, would you?
For 8 years, Shemar became daytime television's ultimate heartthrob. In 2000, he won the Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor.
This is about believing in dreams. Believe that. It might sound corny, but trust me. I am proof positive that this thing can happen.
He even presented Susan Lucci with her first Emmy after 19 nominations, shouting, "The streak is over."
The streak is over, Susan Lucci!
In 1999, while still dominating Y&R, Shemar became the 3rd host of Soul Train. From 1999 to 2003, he interviewed Mariah Carey, Beyoncé, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, and Alicia Keys.
The Young and the Restless, Shemar Moore.
Thank you.
About Alicia Keys, there's a legendary story.
I do remember meeting a sweet lady, Miss Alicia Keys. And this was before Swiss Beats, and I tried to shoot my shot.
He tried to ask her out at a listening party. Her response? Check this out, son. I respect your flirt game, but my man's situation is handled. He walked away embarrassed, but tells the story with pride now.
You know, all the cool in me was gone. I tried to walk away. My walk was all messed up. My boy's like, what happened? What happened? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's go.
And speaking of shooting his shot, let's talk about the women who didn't say no. Between 1996 and 1998, Shemar dated Halle Berry. Yes, Oscar winner Halle Berry. They were Hollywood's golden couple.
Halle Berry's a beautiful woman. I don't think anybody can, deny that. And we're having a lot of fun together, just getting to know each other and having fun.
But it didn't last. Sources say Shemar wasn't ready to settle down. He was in his mid-20s, his career was exploding, and marriage wasn't on his radar. Halle wanted something more serious. The pattern was set. From 2002 to 2003, he dated actress Ashley Scott, then Victoria Rowell, his Y&R co-star, then rumors of Toni Braxton. Beautiful women, passionate relationships, but never a ring. In 2005, CBS offered him the role that would define his career, Derek Morgan on Criminal Minds.
Don't think about it. Just know I'm always going to be by your side. I'm just a phone call away.
For 11 seasons and 251 episodes, Shemar became the BAU's protective ex-Marine who called everyone baby girl. He won 8 NAACP Image Awards. By 2015, he was earning $175,000 per episode, over $3 million per season.
I also know that Richard Jewell fit the profile of the Olympic bomber to a T, and he was innocent. But the accusations tore apart his life.
But in 2016, everything exploded. Thomas Gibson, who played Aaron Hotchner, was fired after allegedly kicking a writer during a creative dispute. CBS moved swiftly. Gibson was done. Shortly after, Shemar posted a cryptic Instagram video about karma and treating people with basic goodness.
So I'll just say this. I believe in karma. Good things happen to good people. Treat people how you expect them to treat you.
The internet went nuclear. Was he throwing shade at Gibson? Reddit exploded with theories. Anonymous sources claimed tension on set for years. Some alleged Shemar was occasionally late, which annoyed Gibson, known for punctuality. Other rumors suggested Gibson felt threatened by Shemar's popularity with female fans. Shemar later claimed his post wasn't about Gibson, but damage was done. And months later, Shemar made a shocking announcement. March 2016, he was leaving Criminal Minds after 251 episodes.
Right now, I'm leaving just to take a breath. And, there's things I want to do. I want to travel. I want to walk my dogs more.
Episode 18 of season 11, A Beautiful Disaster, was Derek Morgan's last appearance.
Hey, little one. You're being so good in there right now.
But Shemar wasn't slowing down. February 2017, CBS announced SWAT, with Shemar starring as Sergeant Daniel Hondo Harrelson. This was his show. No ensemble drama, just him leading a tactical unit through Los Angeles. He trained with real SWAT officers and did his own stunts, despite being 48, playing a 35-year-old.
All the castmates, we try to do as many of the stunts as we can. Now, there's certain things that Sony and CBS won't allow us to do because we just might die.
The show was a hit. His salary hit $200,000 per episode by season 5. But behind the success, his personal life was unraveling. Because while Shemar was becoming America's action hero, he was watching his real hero slowly die. In 1999, Marilyn Moore was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Oh my goodness, I was diagnosed in 1999, but at that time they thought I had had it for 20 years.
The woman who'd fled America to protect him, the woman who'd raised him alone, his superhero had found her kryptonite. Shemar channeled his pain into action. He started riding in MS-150 charity events, 100 miles on a bicycle to raise money for research.
You get to the finish line for yourself, and you get to the finish line to show them that people are going to get to the finish line so that she can, I just want her to have the best life she can have while she's still here, and hopefully in her lifetime there'll be a cure.
In 2009, a car hit Shemar during a charity ride, cracked collarbone, cracked ribs, broken left fibula. He recovered and kept writing. He commuted to Criminal Minds on a bicycle, 16 miles one way. After filming all day, he'd collapse in his driveway completely spent.
So I do, 30 miles one way and then go do my Derek Morgan thing and then ride on back. But, at the end of my ride, there's been times where I laid out in my driveway, just passed out.
Then came betrayals that cut deeper. In 2013, a woman at Shemar's house party accused him of assault after being pushed into the pool by another guest. When she tried to enter his house soaking wet, he brought towels and asked her to leave. She called police claiming assault. Officers found no evidence. No injuries, no arrests, no charges, but headlines were made anyway. Then 2016 brought a betrayal that was far more personal. Keith Tistel, a guest actor from Criminal Minds, stole over $60,000 from Shemar's charity Baby Girl LLC, named after Derek Morgan's catchphrase. The organization raised money for MS research. Tisdell was convicted of grand theft in order to repay everything. But the scams involving Shemar's name didn't stop there. In 2025, a Cincinnati woman named Dana Kisner went on trial, facing 5 criminal charges after falling victim to a romance scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have reached a verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant, Dana Kiner, not guilty of forgery. Count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant, Dana Kiner, not guilty of...
She believed she was in a relationship with Shemar Moore. The scammer impersonating Shemar had convinced Kisner to write checks to her bank, take out cash before the checks bounced, and send gift cards. Nearly $7,000 total.
I just fell in love with somebody I thought was Shemar Moore, and turns out it wasn't. And nobody wants to grow old alone. So basically, I was just looking for love and got duped.
The jury found her not guilty on all counts, determining she was a victim, not a criminal. But the case exposed how Shemar's fame and image were being weaponized by scammers preying on lonely women. His romantic, protective Derek Morgan persona made him the perfect bait. Throughout his career, Shemar dated gorgeous, successful women, but never committed. From 2014 to 2016, he dated soccer player Shauna Gordon. In 2018, actress Annabelle Acosta. Same pattern. Chemistry, passion, then over.
But I have everything I need. But what I don't have, I can't do by myself, which is a family, which is a partner in crime, my sweetheart.
Then in 2018, life brought back someone from 15 years earlier, Desiree Dizon. They dated briefly in the early 2000s, but timing was wrong. 15 years later, something clicked differently.
And then I reconnected with Desiree, my girl, who I had actually dated 15 years ago. Life brought us back together.
Desiree had a 6-year-old daughter, Charlie, and an 18-year-old son, Caden. For the first time, Shemar seemed ready to settle down. On January 9th, 2023, Shemar announced Desiree was pregnant. At 52, he was becoming a father for the first time. On January 24th, 2023, Frankie Moore was born.
I've got my little daughter, Frankie. She's the last piece of my puzzle. So I get the opportunity to be daddy. And now it's not about me anymore. Now everything I do is for her.
Fatherhood transformed him. He'd spray Frankie with water bottles and she'd giggle. She visited the SWAT set, sitting in makeup chairs, charming everyone.
I never loved myself until the day.
Everything seemed perfect, but fans kept asking, why didn't he marry her? 5 years together, a baby, a blended family. Why no ring? Sources suggest Shemar's deep-seated fear of commitment played a role. He'd spent 50-plus years as the eligible bachelor. Others whispered Desiree wanted marriage, and Shemar kept putting it off. That she was tired of being baby mama instead of wife. And there's the darker possibility that his mother's death in 2020 had damaged him so completely that he couldn't fully commit anymore. In December 2020, Shemar contracted COVID-19. But something worse was happening simultaneously. Marilyn Wilson Moore passed away in 2020 after more than 2 decades battling MS. The woman who taught him everything, gone.
This is my mother's favorite ring. So if you can see
You're
that.
so affectionate.
My mother wore this for many, many, many years.
Meanwhile, SWAT was fighting for survival. In 2023, CBS canceled the show after season 6. Fan outcry was so intense, CBS reversed the decision days later, announcing season 7.
You made so much noise, I swear on everything I made, that the powerful people at Sony and CBS, they heard you, and season 8 is here.
May 2024, another miracle. Season 8 was greenlit. Being uncanceled once is rare. Twice? Unheard of. But in early 2025, the final blow came. SWAT would officially end after season 8.
SWAT, here we are, season 8, 3 weeks away from the finale. We are canceled.
A spin-off, SWAT Exiles, was announced with Shemar returning as Hondo.
What's good? It's your boy Shemar Moore, aka Hondo, and the rest of my SWAT family. We're back. CBS Fall, season 8, baby.
Then January 2025 brought devastation. After 5 years, after building a family, after Frankie, done.
The press release was that me and Desiree are no longer a couple and we live separately.
He praised Desiree as a phenomenal mother and promised they'd always love each other, but they had differences and were living separately.
Yes, we have our differences, but we're gonna love each other, and we're gonna love the hell out of our daughter Frankie.
Sources painted a picture of two people who loved each other but couldn't make it work. Desiree allegedly wanted marriage after 5 years and the baby. Shemar allegedly struggled with commitment, haunted by his mother's death. There were also whispers about lifestyle differences. Shemar's brutal work schedule versus Desiree wanting stability for the kids. Ugly rumors circulated that his retired Playboy status wasn't quite retired, though never confirmed. But there's still one secret we haven't unpacked, the darkest one. Shemar rarely discusses Sherrod Moore. There's a reason for that brutal silence. On Larry King Now, Shemar revealed something he'd kept hidden for decades. His father wasn't good to his mother. Sherrod was erratic, unreliable, sometimes dangerous. When Shemar was a baby, Sherrod spent 4 years in San Quentin State Prison.
But my father was erratic in being consistent and doing right by my mom. And he ended up spending 4 years in San Quentin.
Shemar never specified the crime. San Quentin isn't minimum security. It's California's most notorious prison. Whatever Sherrod did, it was serious. And here's what reveals everything about Shemar's character. Despite everything, despite the abandonment, despite the pain his father caused. When Sherrod was elderly and in need, Shemar bought him a place to live, not because they're close, but because Shemar chooses grace over bitterness.
I made a decision to help him because he was in need. So I bought him a place to keep him safe. And I wish the best for him.
So where does this leave Shemar Moore at 54? He's lost his mother to MS, lost his relationship with Desiree, his show canceled for the 3rd time. He's co-parenting a 2-year-old with an ex he still loves but can't be with. Women are being scammed by criminals using his name and image, but he's still standing. Currently filming SWAT Exiles. He appeared in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3 as gun agent Randall Handel.
Before I met you, I didn't think that I was even capable of real happiness. But that all changed when you walked into my life.
He's the face of Paycom commercials. His net worth sits at approximately $25 million. He's co-parenting Frankie, determined to give his daughter the father he never had, still maintaining that physique, still doing the work. That's Shemar Franklin Moore, born April 20th, 1970. Actor, father, survivor. The man who rides 100 miles for a disease that took his mother. The man who houses his estranged father despite abandonment. The man who adores his daughter so completely he'd trade everything just to see her smile. The man who's been knocked down by life more times than anyone can count, but refuses to stay down. And whatever comes next, you can bet Shemar Moore will face it the same way he's faced everything else. With that $1 million smile, that unshakable determination, and a heart that somehow still believes in love despite every reason not to.